Hi there, Sarah Webster here. I am the inventor of My Brush Betty, which is the crazy beauty device that tells you to submerge your brushes in water to clean them, which defies every piece of conventional wisdom women are ever told about their makeup brushes. I wanted to do this short video to talk a little bit about why I think it's perfectly safe and actually the very best way to clean your brushes by shaking them clean in My Brush Betty. And just wanted to start with a quick story. So about 10 years ago, I was just an extremely busy person. I actually have really bad acne, which if you look at my skin, it looks pretty nice right now, but I do have really bad acne. It's very sensitive to bacteria. It's very important for me to keep my brushes clean. I was just too busy to clean them one by one and really was just being really lazy one day and threw them into a sports bottle, a sports drink shaker or bottle, the one that kind that you drink out of, and I shook them clean. It worked really good with one exception. The brushes, when they hit the bottom of the container, the hair spreads apart or splays like that. And so I figured out how to solve that problem. I literally took the bristles of a hairbrush and I glued them to the bottom. And it actually worked great. I cleaned my brushes this way for 10 years, almost 10 years, 9 years actually, and never really thought to bring this product to market. About a year ago, I had a conversation that led me to think, well, maybe I ought to bring this thing to market. So I was really reluctant because, with women being told not to submerge their brushes in water, I thought no one's going to do it. No one's going to believe me. It's perfectly safe. How do I convince people? So what I did was I started to do a lot of research. And I actually started the My Brush Betty blog, partly to collect that research and to help me decide whether I really wanted to go through with this crazy idea or not. And I'm glad I did because one of the things, or I learned a couple of things about makeup brushes and the way they're manufactured that is important information for consumers to have because, women are they're putting these on your face every single day. It's important to know or understand how to clean things that you're putting on your skin every day. Anyway, one of the major concerns women have is about the ferrule. This metal part of the brush is called the ferrule. So there's concern that that will rust. And then the other concern women have is that the glue that holds the brush together will somehow become compromised and that it will damage the integrity of the brush. So what I'd like to do is just talk to you about ferrules and glue. How exciting. Most of the ferrules on the market today are made with aluminum, which is it's a much more easy product to work with in the factory. It's actually a softer metal and it's relatively inexpensive. At the higher end of the market, you have brass, and this is actually a MAC brush, so this is actually nickel-plated brass, and so this represents the market, aluminum and brass, and sometimes there's nickel on them. And this is pretty much the makeup brush market. Why does that matter? These ingredients, or materials I should say, are non-ferrous, which means they do not contain iron and they cannot rust. So this issue of rusting ferrules is like a non-issue. Your ferrules are not going to rust. The other issue is about the glue. Now, brush manufacturers commonly assemble brushes with non-water soluble epoxy. That is a water-resistant adhesive. They like to call it adhesive, not glue. Anyway, so as long as you clean your brush very quickly, you are not going to have an issue with the brush being damaged. In fact, brush manufacturers expect that you're going to wash your brush at some point. And if you go to Pinterest or YouTube and you type in makeup brush washing, there are some inexplicable number of videos of young ladies cleaning their brushes and showing how they do it. And you will see that everyone's getting their ferrules wet, and it is almost impossible to clean a makeup brush and not get the water up into this part of the deep quick of the brush. So it's happening anyway, ladies. The other thing you need to know about the glue is most women don't understand where a glue is actually used when the makeup brush manufacturers put these things together. Most of the glue is actually used to attach the handle to the ferrule, and not as much adhesive is used to hold the hair assembly. That's what you call the toe here. This is the toe in place. So why does that matter? Most women are concerned that the hair assembly is going to become compromised and that the hair is going to start falling out or whatever. In actuality, there's a wide spectrum in the makeup brush market, as most women know, about the kind of quality of brushes you can get. You can go down market and get some like no-name brands off of, Amazon or in some pharmacies, or you can go upscale, and get like some MAC or Bobbi Brown, or even those really expensive $1,500 Claudio Riaz brushes, which is like, wow, $1,500. So anyway, there's a wide spectrum of makeup brushes in the market. Why am I telling you this when it comes to glue? The higher up, the more upscale you go on that spectrum, the less glue is actually used to attach the hair assembly in place. And as you go down market, there's more glue. And I know this because I interviewed brush manufacturers. I did not want to bring a product to market that is going to make everyone's brushes fall apart. So anyway, so why is that? A brush hair assembly is often secured by wire or string within this ferrule, and then it's also secured by crimping. And you can see sort of on this brush, let me see if I can get the angle right. You can see there's some crimp marks here. That is also securing the hair in place. Makeup brushes are extremely well made today. There is a lot of competition to make makeup brushes, and there is, they're basically a commodity. And what that means is that makeup brush manufacturers have to do a really good job of making these products, or big companies like Estee Lauder or whatever are not going to buy them from them. They will just get another manufacturer. So brushes today are extremely well made. So finally, because this video is getting long and I apologize. So when I started cleaning my brushes this way 10 years ago, it was simply because I didn't have the time. I value my skin and my time more than my brushes. And I love my brushes. I have a ton of brushes. If I bring any more brushes in my house, my husband's probably going to shoot me. So, I love my brushes. I cherish my brushes, but I love my skin and my time more. And so the final thing I want to talk to you about is the brush fiber. And that is the important, to me, this is the most critical part of the story. When you think about goat hair, which is the majority of the brushes on the market today, when you think of the microscopic structure of hair, it has lots of little tiny scales on the cuticle. And that's actually what enables the brush to pick up those little particles of makeup and put them on your skin. And so cleaning out all those tiny little scales on the cuticle is very difficult. That is actually why makeup brush cleaning is so time consuming and hard, and why you can be cleaning them on a bar of soap over and over and over again and scrubbing, and product is still leaching out and it's still coming out and there's still product coming out, and you can rinse it again and there's still product coming out. That is because scales of makeup brush fiber, they trap a lot of product. And so one of the greatest things about this product is that it will get the crud out of those little scales very quickly. That is because the process of when you shake it back and forth, the vibration that's created inside the container helps to remove those little dirty makeup particles and bacteria particles from deep inside the crevices of the brush fiber. It works very quickly. So, and my skin looks pretty good right now, and I think that I think that this is a very important part of my skincare routine. And I really thought that this would benefit some women. So I'm taking a huge leap of faith here and putting this product out there in the marketplace. I know that it challenges everything you've ever been told about cleaning your makeup brushes. I know that. But I think it's a worthwhile product. I think it works wonderfully. I wish I could show you some before and after pictures of my skin. You could probably find some on the internet maybe. But to me, having clean brushes is a very important part of my skincare routine. So with that, thank you so much for considering my Brush Betty. We're going to see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, I tried, and it's actually a wonderful product, so I hope you will consider it, and you have a great day. Thank you so much.